All right, so the next thing, when a woman knows this, it makes her very attracted to a man. And please, quick disclaimer, this might trigger some of y'all. All right, I'm warning you in advance. I love you. You know I mean no harm. Take a deep breath, all right? Listen and let me explain and break the whole thing down. Do not react quickly to this. But the next thing is, when you know that giving him freedom doesn't mean he'll cheat on you. Here's what I mean. As a coach, I have sat down with many couples. I've lost count. It's too many to give you the number. And one of the reoccurring themes that I've seen in so many relationships is essentially the woman putting all these, I'm not even going to say boundaries, all these restrictions on the man, all right? On how he can move, what he can do, who he can hang with, all these different things. You know, there's a lot of talk about men being controlling, but the reality is that there's a lot of women who do the same. And not in a controlling, I want to, again, it may not be in this conscious, I'm trying to run you and maliciously hurt you kind of controlling, but it's really, I'm controlling the situation for what I perceive to be my safety. This is the woman, okay? But what happens is you end up suffocating the man in a way that creates a bigger problem later. So let's give an example. I know of situations where the man is not allowed to take trips with his boys, all right? Now, some of you may be saying, why the hell he need to go anywhere with his boys anyway? If I'm not there, what does he need to be doing with them? Listen, some men may not care to go on trips with their boys. For some people, this may not be important, right? But that's not the point. It's the principle of this. Her unwillingness to allow something that he actually wants to do, because in reality, she's fearing that allowing him to do this will lead to him acting inappropriately, is only going to work against her more. You got to understand, if this man is going to cheat on you, if he's truly a cheater at heart, then adding all these restrictions doesn't stop that, all right? You don't need to control the situation. It's actually better to let the man do what he wants to do in a respectful manner, of course, with communication, with understanding. But if he wants to go on that trip, let him. And then, and rest upon the fact that you as a woman, let's be real. A lot of times y'all still catch it if he does do something he's not supposed to do, okay? And I'm sorry to laugh, but I'm just saying, you guys are just so good at picking up on stuff. So you almost got to trust. It's kind of like what's done in the dark will come to light. The truth will be told. You don't have to go searching for it all the time. But the point is, letting the man do his thing will allow you to see his true character. All right? It's almost like if you're worried about someone stealing your money, what is a quicker way to expose if they're a thief? To always hide the money when they're around, or to leave the money out and see if they take it? And I'm not saying we do this to purposely try to set people up. But what I'm saying is, unless you are someone who just naturally hides your money, okay, if that's how you live, that's how you live. But what I'm saying is, you don't need to add all these extra restrictions thinking that that's going to somehow save you from having to deal with inappropriate behavior, okay? So what happens in a lot of these situations, because yes, I do understand there are men out there who will take it and run, who will do things they're not supposed to do, all right? And I understand how that's a concern for a lot of women. But it's almost like you're making the good guys out there who won't violate, who won't do anything inappropriate, pay for the sins of the other guys, all right? There are men who can go on these trips and they're going to respect their relationship. But they want to be able to go out with their boys. They want to be able to hang out sometimes late at night. And it's not anything to maliciously hurt you or disregard how you feel. The problem is that, again, if you continuously restrict them in a way that takes away their freedom, what happens is it's almost like caging in a lion. And you constantly keep him in the cage, constantly keep him in the cage. And then when he one day finally gets out, he doesn't know how to act. All right? He acts a damn fool. Because it's almost like he has to indulge in this moment rather than realizing you don't have to be this way. You can do this at any time. And I hope I'm being clear, because I feel like I'm jumping around a little bit. But what I'm trying to get at here is that, and let me also make clear, I believe in freedom on both sides. Okay, I'm not just saying let your man do whatever. And I think the woman should go on trips with her friends. I think the man should be able to. I think the people should be able to live their life. But yes, share their worlds together. Be honest with each other. Be on the same page. Because and this is the point I want to get to, by trying to restrict him, you can create resentment. All right? And that resentment now turns into a bad attitude, now turns into maybe him not doing certain things, turns into you guys arguing. It has a domino effect to now start to spread all kinds of negativity into the relationship. It simply doesn't work. I would rather you, if you are hardcore pressed on, I don't want my man to be out there hanging out with friends late at night, then I'd rather you find a man who does not care about doing that. Rather than taking a man who enjoys that and saying, now that you're in a relationship with me, done. You can't do it no more. No, find a guy that's not his vibe. That's not his thing. That way you two won't have that conflict. Because if you try to suppress the man who actually enjoys his activities or try to take that away from him, that's going to cause more problems. So to get back to the original point, when a woman understands, hey, I can give you the freedom to do the things that you enjoy and not think you're always trying to cheat or creep and do something inappropriate, that's a very attractive thing for a man. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check this one out right here, and I'll see you there. And the second thing men wish women knew is that we like to get compliments too. Yeah, that's right. We want to hear how good we look today, or how strong you think we are, how great you see us as, whatever it is.